Hey there, good morning, and welcome to the JeepSolid Garage. Today we're going to be replacing the windshield on my project Jeep here. I made a foolish mistake, or I just wasn't careful enough when I was working on the windshield. I'm taking the antenna off right now because this is just going to be in the way the entire time, and instead of trying to fight around it while I'm working on the windshield, we're going to take the antenna off. Now my wireless mic is giving me issues. It's just giving me some static. I don't know if you heard that, so I'm gonna be changing things up here a little bit. I gotta get out my other mic. It's just one of the struggles of trying to make YouTube videos. So let's get right to it though. When I was painting my Jeep, I had the windshield frame, everything off the Jeep, and I had it set on some sawhorses. You can see how it's cracked right here. I had it set on those sawhorses. It slipped a little bit, hit the mirror, and it just, right at the base of the rear view mirror there, it just spider-webbed. So let's replace that. First thing we're going to do, take off the inner seal there, or take off this inner seal and the outer seal right here. And here's the supplies we're going to need. I've got my windshield removal tool. I've got the goop, the glue for the windshield, and some primer. A little bit of Dr. Pepper helps as well. The new rear view mirror, going to need that. And of course the windshield, with all the gaskets and everything I'm gonna need. And this actually isn't the first time I've replaced a windshield on a Jeep like this. I did on my last YJ, although on that one I didn't break the windshield. This one I did. But this time I'm gonna approach it a little bit differently. I'm gonna remove the windshield with it still on the Jeep because I had to pull so hard with this tool. The glue in here is just so dry and hard that it makes it very difficult. Like, I had to pull so hard with it, with the frame off and just the windshield on the sawhorses just moving around. So this will help me keep it secure so I can pull with my tool without it falling. But when it comes time to install the new windshield, I am gonna take the frame off so that I can lay it down flat, put my adhesive, or put my primer down and adhesive, set the windshield in place instead of having it at an angle like this. It'd be a little bit easier that way. That's how I'm gonna try it. Now the gaskets on the inside should come off a lot easier, theoretically. But it might be more than my, nope, my fingers got it. Now I'm going to be spending quite a bit of time with this tool, going around the edge, cutting away any leftover gasket material and glue, just making multiple small passes to kind of cut down into this, get the windshield free on the inside and the outside. So this tool is super handy. Gives you a really good thing to pull on. The adhesive and the primer and the new windshield, all of those products, I'll link in the description below where you can find exactly what I'm using here. We'll check out to see if my frame, a lot of times we'll get some rust down at the bottom of the windshield frame. Let's see if we got any rust down there as well. But we'll probably jump forward to when I'm done cutting this because this is the tedious part. Making some good progress here. I got to do a little bit more on the other side, and then I'm gonna kind of fold it down, and then I'll have some more cleanup to do. Probably the most valuable tip I can give you from my experience is don't dig this in deep, just pull as hard as you can. Make lots of smaller, lighter passes and slowly cut through it. Because if you just try to get too deep, you're just gonna be running into a wall and be fighting it. You're gonna crack the windshield more, you're gonna break your tool. So don't go as deep, lighter, smaller passes, and you'll get through it. All right, I think I have it broken away enough where I can fold it down and get it off of here. Nope, I need to cut the bottom a little more. Thought I had it enough where I could just break the bottom loose with wedging it down there, but no, let's dig a little bit more. Okay, now I think I've actually got it. We'll see though. A little more cutting on the inside here. So I think it was definitely easier to remove the windshield, do all the cutting with it still, with the frame still on the Jeep. It went a lot easier than last time I did it. Unless last time the glue was just particularly tough. I don't know. Maybe. Now I'm just going to take a putty knife, go around. We're going to get all these other little bits of adhesive off of here. I am going to take the windshield frame off so I can do the installation with it off the Jeep because I did find that easiest. Those are my opinions. What do you guys think? Leave a comment, let me know. Obviously when I started this, I already had the windshield wipers off. The arms, they just pull straight off there. I'm going to use a wire wheel on my angle grinder here to get in the channel all the way around the frame of the window to get off every little bit of leftover adhesive. And then I am going to take off the frame here because I'm going to do a little painting, clean it up. I've got a T40 bit on here. We'll just zip these out real quick, take the frame off. And these will come off super easy for me because I had them off previously, so this will be pretty easy. Easy peasy. Now I can just fold it down and disconnect the wiper motor. The little lights might get in the way here. So I just gotta get underneath the dash there and disconnect that wiper motor. There's just a little wire harness that plugs in under the dash. Disconnect that wire harness and then the wiper motor will come right off. It'll be disconnected. There we go, windshield frame came off fairly easily for me because I had it off previously when I was painting. You could just leave it in place, clean up that track, glue it in place, be done with it, but I'm gonna do a little bit of sanding and painting on this as well. The frame itself, my frame is not rusted. You could run into some rust on the bottom of the frame. That's pretty common on these YJs. Stay tuned for part 2 right up here. We'll see you there and we'll install the new windshield.